Well, hello everyone! Welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today is the first soap making video in our April collection. I know it's being made in March, but it launches in April. This month's theme is called Petrichor Musings. It is a compilation of all things romantic, Victorian, whimsical, slightly gothic. When I designed this collection, I had just reread a portion of Jane Eyre, and I was just reminded of my high school days, and there was about a year in there where I read out loud to my mom multiple novels, including 3 of the Bronte sisters novels. I have also recently seen Little Women, and seeing Amy painting in Paris with all of the lace parasols combined with sort of the Bronte version of gothic, sad, gloomy, rainy. I just felt there was something there. And of course, we all know the phrase, April showers bring May flowers. I've tried to sort of work that in with the next 2 months. And this collection's really special to me because deep down in my heart of hearts, even though I know I'm a 25-year-old mom of 2 now, there is still a Victorian romantic child within me that just loves all things frilly and all things antiquated and delicate. So when I put together the Pinterest board, you're gonna see a lot of lovely ladies in beautiful attire and watery scenes and just delicate bits and bobs here and there. So there's a lot of different feelings kind of pulling together to make the conglomerate Petrichor Musings. And petrichor means the smell of the earth after rain. So I thought that was also very fitting for April and March when there is a lot of rain across America and things are starting to burst up. We don't have our blooms yet, but signs of life are definitely there. So I hope you guys are just as enthused about Petrichor Musings as I am. Today's soap is Lace and Pearl. So we're gonna start off with the frilly, with the happy, with the and eventually we will get down to the more somber. The fragrance that I'm using today is fantastic. I can't wait to get started. So without further ado, let's make some soap. Now, the first thing we're going to do is pour our lye water solution into our oils. Everything is at the proper temperature between 87 and 93 degrees. Honestly, anywhere between 85 and 95 degrees is good. I just find that 95 sometimes is a little warm for my floral fragrances, and 85 can be a little grainy sometimes. It can be a little chilly. And now I'm gonna blend it up with my stick blender. And with everything all blended up, I'm going to split this batch into 2 equal portions. Glug, 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 and glug, glug, glug. Also, I'm going to scrapey out my little clear container. Now, one of these buckets I'm going to save for later. And the other one, I'm going to pour 2 accent colors from. The first accent color is this amaranth pink. This is from Nurture Soap. It's a lovely, soft, delicate pink. The second accent is rose clay. I used rose clay in the Ardor Soap for February. I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of TD mix to both of these. Add the TD into the main container. And to the white, we will also add 1/2 tablespoon of apricot seed powder. Kenny's got me saying apricot, good grief. Let's blend these up and see how I like the colors. Gorgeous. Now it is time to add the fragrance oil. This fragrance is called Air by AFI. I'm going to blend this in with my spatula. With everything mixed in, I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. So I'm going to pour 1 pink on one side. Scrape out my little container really good because we won't be returning to it. And then pour the other pink into the other side. And we'll scrape this one out too. I'm going to give this 2 turns. We're gonna call it good. So let's pour this into our 2 brambleberry molds after this quick commercial break. I'm gonna start with the one closest to me just because I feel I have a better grip on that one. Let's come over to this one. It's okay if it blends in a little bit. I think the point of this soap is still gonna be very apparent even so. The dainty loveliness of it. Got to scrapey my container for like the 14th time. Gorgeousness. For the second layer, we're going to add some TD. This is TD number 2, whole kit and caboodle. I added a little bit of amaranth pink, and now we're gonna blend it all up. Wow, it's perfect. It's so rare to get a color perfect the first time round. Gonna add in the remaining fragrance oil. Now this fragrance, it's clean, it's fresh, it's a little bit perfumey, it's airy, it's perfect. I believe it's a Bath & Body Works duplication. I'm pretty sure this is like a spring scent that they do. I've personally never smelled it in one of their products though, so if you've smelled Air by Bath & Body Works, let me know. Tell me, do you think it smells good down in the comments section below? It has a very Victorian feeling while not smelling like an old lady. It smells like youthful Victorian. All blended in. Let's pour this into our molds. Right, I'm gonna break the fall, but of course that first layer is well set up by now. Scoot along to the second one over here. I've scraped out the bucket, so now I'm gonna tap these down on the ground. All right, and now I will go and mix up the soap frosting so we can pipe the top. I have in my hot little hands this lovely piping bag, all loaded up with an 𝐒𝐴TICO 826 and a medium coupler. All of these things are available in the Royalty Soaps Soap Frosting Club box, which teaches you how to do soap frosting just like me. And I give you my secret recipe that I have since updated and improved since the last kit. So basically, I'm piping on a bit of an incline because I don't want these little spiky bits sitting on top. I want them on the inside so that this is nice and rounded. I also added some apricot seed to the mix. These I can just do like regular middle ones because you won't be able to see them. The apricot seeds inside make this look like a vanilla bean frosting. Ooh, I should do that. I should do a vanilla bean soap. That would be so good. Come over here, do the same thing to this side. Let's spin these around. Now there are lots of things I love about the Victorian time period, but one of the things that really inspired this particular soap is Victorian photography, or Victorian inspired photography. So beautiful lace costumes, sort of a quizzical or studious looking face, maybe even a bit of a sleepy face, natural props and books, and of course pearls, because every Victorian lady had pearls. All right, we got to put that last little dollop here on top. I know this has a little pointy top, but I know that I'm putting an embed on it, so it doesn't matter. All right, so with all of our piping done, I'm now going to take this little fairy duster. This is from Mad Micah's, and I'm going to spritz the whole top with it. So this is going to give it a little bit of a eco-friendly shimmer. The next thing I'm going to do is take some oleander pink mica. Yes, the same gal who's been misbehaving in so many of my cold process soaps. And I've mixed her up with some oil, and we're gonna drizzle on top. I do not like oleander pink inside cold process soap. However, on the outside, she is very pretty. It's the perfect, like, new baby pink. If you've got a baby shower or something you have to make soap for, this is a good drizzle and a good melt and pour color. And now to add the pearls. These are made with white melt and pour and velvet pearl mica. That's from Nurture Soap. That's what I told Shelly to do for these. I was like, listen girl, you have to use the velvet pearl because it creates the, well, perfect pearl color. Now each soap is going to get 3 pearl embeds. Also, I purposefully made the frosting a little creamy, so the pearls themselves would still stand out and it wouldn't be stark white on stark white. Plus the cream color sort of ties in the bottom of the soap as well. I hope you guys really enjoy this collection. It feels like the natural progression from the farmer's market. This soap on top sort of reminds me of a Disney princess, and I don't know which one. Is it Aurora maybe? She has a pink dress. I don't know, maybe it's Rapunzel. Also, the top of this soap reminds me of Kaylee from the Mermaiden's blog, and also Mermaiden's Twitter. I should link that down below. She's stunning. I followed her for probably 8 years or so, and she has this gorgeous cotton candy pink hair, and her whole vibe is very pastel. There's some vintage, there's some like 1960s in there. She's just gorgeous. It also kind of reminds me of, oh bother, she's an ASM artist, ALB in Whisperland. That's what it is. I think she would really appreciate this soap. I'll have to look and see if she has a P.O. box so I can send her one. She has a video where she washes a vintage dress, and I am hooked. Like, I can't stop watching that video when I'm trying to relax. It's so soothing. Just a couple left. Last one. Where's my rubbing alcohol? Where did it go? Right, gonna give this a liberal spritz with rubbing alcohol. And that's it. Our lace and pearls soap is complete. I love a warm toned pink, and I'm very excited to cut inside this soap and stamp it. Yes, that's right. There's a lace stamp for it, and we will do so in 18 to 24 hours. Allow that soap to saponify, and I'll catch you back here after this quick commercial break. Okay guys, so this is my very first time doing an overhead shot with this camera, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it's gonna be good. Also, I can't remember if I've used this new cutter for an actual high top yet, so I'm really excited about that as well. And this particular soap is a little bit squishy. I love that I get to cut this while it's standing right side up. Okay, so let me pull out a bar from the middle. Oh, it's so pretty. This is what it looks like on the inside. All these pinks tie in so beautifully together. So you see we have the darker pinks at the bottom with the swirl. Then we have this nice light pink up at the top. And then of course we have our soap frosting in a creamy color. We have our 3 different embeds on top and some sparkles. Oh man, it's so gorgeous. Oh, and the fragrance has mellowed out perfectly. Let me give it a good whiff. Oh yes. Oh, it's so nice. Light pinks, especially dusty-like pinks, are hard to achieve. So I could not be more pleased with how that color turned out. And of course, you guys know I leave all the colorants that I disclose down in the description box below. So if you want to get it for yourself, you certainly can. You can just click the link. Also, here's something a little bit funny. On the side of the bar, the pink looks a little more brown. And then when you look at the inside, it's a little more pink. So I wonder if it's gonna oxidize over time. And I have a very fun question of the day today. I want to know, if you were a Victorian lady, which item could you not leave the house without? A lace handkerchief or an embroidered parasol? I wouldn't be caught dead without a handkerchief because I cry at the drop of a hat. That's right, I'm not ashamed of my tears. Sad movies, I'm crying. Sad memes, I'm crying. Pictures of baby ducks, I'm crying. So I'm gonna need me that handkerchief. But I want to know what you guys would pick. So to vote on the question of the day, all you have to do is click the eye in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Sometimes that thing pops up a little later for those of y'all on a phone, but for those of you on a desktop, it should be there immediately as soon as this video goes live. Oh yes, and I'm not done yet. Okay, so I'm also not done with this soap yet because they have to be stamped. They're still a little bit sticky for stamping, but I want to show you guys what it'll look like. Here's my little soap stamp. So it is a lace heart. I wanted it to be pretty detailed detailed around the edges, but still very open in the middle. I had this stamp custom created. I will leave you guys the shop down below. They're an Etsy shop and they have really fast turnaround time. Okay, I'm gonna have to be very gentle because the soap is sticky when I pull this out. It might not be the best impression. Oh, that's really good. Okay, all right, so this is what the soap is going to look like once it's all stamped up. The lace and pearls soap. I am delighted. I could not be more pleased. Look how cute that turned out. Also, I made it just big enough so that most of it would be on this pink soap and then some of it would dip down into the more fancy bit down here at the bottom. Let's stamp another one just for good fun. Gonna line it up in the middle. Also, I know some people like to use rubber mallets for their stamping, and that's particularly helpful if you have very hard soap. So I'm just throwing that out there as a tip that some people really like to do. Mine's really squishy, so I don't have to do that right now. Oh man, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to stamp them all. It's so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and maybe consider leaving us a comment down below. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, you can subscribe. And if you're like, hey, one video is good enough for me, then just move along your merry YouTube way. So giving videos thumbs up actually does help us a lot, as many of you guys who watch a lot of YouTube probably know. YouTube's algorithm likes to change pretty often, but one thing that stays very consistent is that videos with more thumbs up get put into more people's inboxes. So if you're subscribed, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be seeing our video in your inbox. YouTube curates those, but ones that have more thumbs up, those are the ones you guys will see more often. So if you want to see more of us, that's a good way to boost your chances. You can also turn on bell notifications, but those don't always work, so good luck. The soap I made today will be available with the rest of the Petrichor Musings collection on April 4th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. By the way, it is also possible that we will be doing a new product launch on that day as well. We'll see what we can get done over here at Royalty Soaps. Tentatively, fingers crossed. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is pulling out those old dusty books from underneath your bed that you were forced to read in high school, but you might actually enjoy in your free time now as a young 20-something, or maybe going out after it has rained and inhaling deeply. There you can experience petrichor. And until next time, I hope you guys have an absolutely royal day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Meow.